What's up? What's up, my peeps? What it do? How are you guys? let me tell you guys what happened to me. What happened, okay? So, I filmed the podcast earlier today, right? And it was going strong. It was going pretty strong, I mentioned how my camera sometimes just pauses or it overheats. So I take like a little break, let it cool down or whatever. And then finish off the podcast, right? So it was up to like 40 fucking minutes, And I don't know why I was like, let me check it, right? Let me just check and let me see where I like left off on so I could, see where I left off on and just continue. Bruh. I go back. First off, I noticed that I did not connect. Let me just double check. No, I did because I even did a little testing thing. I noticed that I did not plug in the aux from the mic to the camera that well. And I was like, dude, no. No. So I go and I see no pinche audio, dude. I was like, no audio. What the hell? But whatever. I was kind of bummed out, honestly. But then I was like, whatever. Things happen. It just wasn't meant to be. And honestly, it was like a different topic. It was like a topic I kind of wanted to talk about, but I don't know if I really wanted to talk about it right now. It was nothing big. It was just how I started social media, why I'm like still doing it. But it was just kind of something fast because honestly, I didn't really prepare for this podcast just because there's been hella stuff going on and I was really like busy this past weekend, just kind of being with family and stuff like that. And and yeah, so I haven't I didn't really like, prepare like see, oh, what topic am I going to talk about? I have a couple topics, but I wasn't in the zone, you know what I'm saying? So, I just like I think I thought of this not today. I was like, oh, whatever, like, I've been wanting to talk about that and let me just do it. But I was like, you know what? It just probably wasn't it. It wasn't the time. Let's just keep it moving. Let's move forward on to the next topic. Hey, let me know if you guys want me to still talk about that topic, if you guys are really interested, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was that topic. um Coco wants to go out. You guys, let me just let her out real quick, okay? You want to say hi, Coco? No? All right, be out then. She's too funny. She just wants to chill here for a bit, see what's up, and then dip. I knew she wasn't gonna stay here, so I just should have let her out, but whatever. Anywho, so yeah, I was like, you know what? Whatever. I'm just letting it go. It's okay. Let's just keep it moving, dude. Let's keep it moving. I'm here. I'm doing this topic now. Today's topic. Well, first, I want to say thank you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, for viewing, however you're intaking this podcast. I really appreciate you guys. Comment something cute if you're watching it. Let me know what kind of topics you guys want to hear. Suggestions. I'm open to suggestions. You know what I'm saying? If you got some ideas, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. So, how are you guys? How are you guys feeling? How are you guys doing? Like I said, I didn't really like prepare for this week's podcast and stuff like that. Just because also lately I just haven't been in my routine, you know. I haven't well, yeah, I just haven't really been in my routine. Like I feel like not. And I feel like when I'm not really in my routine, I'm just not really there like in my zone, I'm not just prepared and stuff like that because I just like to be prepared, knowing what I'm going to do and, doing it, which is kind of what I'm talking about in this episode. I'm going to be talking about like why it's important to have a healthy and, positive routine, how to get things done mainly, because I felt like I just haven't been getting my stuff done, you know, and just self accountability as well. Um, because I haven't been in my zone, in my routine, that's where like I noticed a difference, because when I am in my routine, I get stuff done. I get everything that I need to get done. And when I'm not getting everything done. I'm not prioritizing my stuff. You see the difference, So when you see a difference, you're like, okay, I do need a routine. I do need my routine. I need my healthy routine, or change it up a little bit, trying out something, but just finding your routine, finding that healthy routine. So, like I'm saying, I don't know, have you guys just been all over the place as well? Do you guys have a routine down? How's your guys' routine, If you don't, have you ever tried? Have you also just been, not on it? Are you changing your routine? I just feel like lately I haven't really been like taking care of me, prioritizing me, my mental health, my health in general, self-care, I do it like in my normal routine, like my routine, I do that stuff like every day, Like I have a routine where I wake up early in the morning, I get my meditation done, my journaling done, breath work, you know, praying, giving thanks, saying my affirmations, writing down my schedule for the day, writing down some affirmations, my agenda, I really like having check boxes. That way I check it off, and it's like, okay, I got this done. So you can do that stuff every day. Like it's possible to do it every day. I normally do it every day. But when you say like, "Oh, I just don't have the tendency this and that," it's because what are you prioritizing? Are you prioritizing other stuff? Are you pushing your stuff away? You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like I haven't really been doing that stuff. And when I'm not, and you guys like meditating, journaling, and all that stuff, it really helps. It really helps. But I've just lately been so inconsistent with it. I feel like also, I don't know, I haven't really like prioritized it. So I've been just, I don't know, that's when you need to do the self reflection and be like, okay, well, what am I doing? Am I just doing nothing? Or am I just doing other, unimportant stuff? Like, what are you doing, And I've been doing some like self reflection. I'm like, okay, I need to prioritize me. Because I feel like sometimes you just get caught up. I get caught up, feel like bad saying no sometimes, or like just prioritizing others, or, stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, no, like I need to prioritize me. You know what I'm saying? Like, not feeling bad because my health comes first. My mental health comes first. And I'm not going to lie, guys. Like, lately, I've been feeling, hate is a strong word. Let's not say hate. I really dislike saying the word anxiety, and all that stuff. But, I feel like all of us experience anxiety. We get anxious, and I just feel like, over the years, it just has gotten a little bit wild, because of everything. People going out, drinking, doing drugs, that just accumulates the anxiety and just builds it up, especially because you're just like escaping reality and not dealing with your problems, dealing with yourself, trying to connect with yourself. So I feel like everybody, but even just like the smallest things, like before I drank really heavily and did drugs and that stuff, I experienced anxiety, but I didn't really know it was anxiety because I just be like, oh, I'm just like nervous, like, dude, I hated what's it called, doing a what's it called in front of class, like doing a, I don't know, presentation or whatever. I hated doing that, you guys. Like, and I would just get all this anxiety and be like, okay, and like I can't do it. I felt like I couldn't breathe. My heart would just race, and you know what I'm saying? And everybody gets anxious for different reasons. So that was, then. But and then like when I was drinking a lot and doing stuff, it just kept accumulating, and I felt like I experienced the anxiety hard, like after I quit, because that's when I was like, okay, I'm sober, and now I really have to deal with this. I have to deal with me. And it was like, here you go, you know? But I've learned how to deal with it, and that's what it is. You just have to learn how to deal with it and how to control it. Talking to yourself, that's why it's important to talk to yourself and learn about yourself and just connect with yourself. That way, you know how to control it, how to talk to yourself when you're feeling anxious. That way, you don't feel anxious, So I just feel like lately, I've just been feeling kind of anxious, and so I'm like, okay, well, let me, do some self-reflection, and I need to get my meditation on again and journaling and just getting to my routine that really helps with it, and getting to the root cause. Like, if I'm feeling anxious, you guys, when you're feeling anxious, this is like what has worked for me. How I learned to get through it. Acknowledge it, you're feeling anxious. Okay, why? Get to the root cause, because you don't want it to always make you anxious and just to keep making you anxious, because you don't want to get to that level of anxiety, like getting a panic attack, like, guys, like, I've experienced it, like, if you guys have, I know how it feels. But that's why you want to have a healthy routine, a positive routine. Do stuff that makes you happy, that helps you grow, learn more about yourself, and help you heal, so you don't get to that level of anxiety, because we're gonna feel anxious. People feel scared too. Sometimes I'm scared, and it's like, acknowledge it, feel it, because that's like, we're human, we feel it. Feel it. If you feel scared, feel it, but then let it go. Then let go of the fear, the anxiety. Just take, when you're like taking in the breaths, you feel it, you feel the anxiety, you feel that fear. Inhale that positive big deep breath, and imagine it just covering all that fear and anxiety, and let it go, you guys. Really let it go. Get into your positive frequency. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is turning into a whole nother topic, but that just a little something, because I've been feeling like that, and I feel like, because I'm not in my routine, maybe that's also a cause, because I just feel like unbalanced, like I don't have a routine, like, okay, well, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Let me take some juice. But that's why you need to prioritize yourself. So I'm getting myself together and prioritizing me. Like, what do I need to get done? Okay. And not putting too much on your plate. Like, I know I have to get stuff done, and I haven't gotten everything I wanted to done, but I'm planning it out, like finding times for it, not just throwing everything at once, because that's gonna just get me more overwhelmed, and that's how I felt today with the podcast. I was a little bit overwhelmed, and because I'm like, oh, I have to do the podcast, like I have to do it today, like this time. And it's like, things happen, this and that. So I just have to work around it, And like I said, I just kind of came up with the topic. I literally had like no draft, you guys. Nothing, just like 3 bullet points. And then I was like, I'll just talk it out, like I don't know. And honestly, after I saw some of the video and just like me seeing how I felt, I felt like I wasn't really digging it, like I wasn't really into that topic. So it just wasn't meant to be. It just wasn't meant to be. So I had to find another topic. Well, I had this topic down. I really did, dude. I think I wrote it down like 2 days ago, and I totally forgot about it. But I had a couple ideas, and then I was like, oh, dude, I could say this and that. And then I just got more into it, and I was like, dude, hell yeah. Like, this is exactly the topic that I need to talk about today, And just, like, being honest with you guys, like, I've been feeling kind of overwhelmed and just not in my routine, So with the podcast, I was like, oh, like, dude, what am I going to do? Like this and that. But it's okay. It's okay. That's why we need that routine, And just like I was saying, not putting too much on your plate and just getting your basic needs done, Like, I am prioritizing me and just, doing the basic needs, like eating healthy. I feel like lately too, I've just been eating like not hella junk. I don't really like junk food and stuff like that, but like I'm a very sweet person. Like I love sweets, but like chocolate and all that stuff. But I haven't been eating it like that because I'm trying to be on my healthy shit, But lately I have, and then just having a couple of sweets here and there, this and that. So I feel like also that it makes you feel not that energetic and kind of down, It just doesn't give you that positive energy. But because I've gotten into the routine every morning of drinking my juices. Hold on, my peeps. Somebody was calling me. I don't know. Word. But what was I saying? Yeah. Oh, because, but I'm still doing stuff because since I've gotten into the routine of drinking my juices every day, like, like I make sure every day in the morning to have my juices, because it's already like a habit. But then it's like sometimes throughout the day, like I just, I've been, dealing with stuff and then just some family stuff. So like, when I'm not home, it's like, okay, well, I need to eat something. And it's like, I'm not really eating like my healthy foods here at the house that I cook, my veggies and all that good stuff. So it's like I'm out here having a quesadilla from a taco truck, But yeah, that's why, and then I realized, I'm like, dude, like I really need to get back in my routine, Do you guys feel like that too? Like when you have a routine and then in a positive routine, and then you just, things come up. Yeah, I know, but that's why we need to get back in our routine, slowly. Don't just rush into it either, acknowledge, like self-reflect and be like, okay, what have I been doing? Why am I not in my routine? I need to work on this, prioritizing this, prioritizing me, and that's why it's important. And dude, I've just been all over the place too, because I would write down my agenda, my schedule, literally every day, you guys. And I suggest you guys do that too, like to help build your routine and just, stay to that routine. Because it just, it's organized. I'm all about organization, you guys. Like, literally, when I don't have my stuff written down, I'm like, dude, I feel lost. Especially because of my memory. I told you guys, my memory ain't the best. And then I just feel like everything's in my head. And then I just feel like I have all these stuff done. You know, I don't have my schedule. So that's why I recommend you guys write down your schedule. I honestly have not been doing it. I haven't been doing it lately. I might do it like a day here and there. But it's every day. Like, I stopped doing it every day. And then I was like, just because I thought I didn't have the time, which I do, but I'm just prioritizing other stuff. Damn, I can't even talk. Prioritizing other stuff. And I started then just doing it like, oh, my busiest days. Because then I start thinking, oh, I could just handle it in my head. Like, I'll remember it in my head, you know? But, which I do, like, I could remember, like, the day and, like, my schedule. But then I know that then it just gets me more overwhelmed because I don't have it written down. I don't have my little checkbox and I don't know if I've done it or not, you know? So then it's just too much. And then at the end of the day, I'm like, that's why maybe I could have written it down and I could have prevented all this overwhelming feeling, you know? So that's just the things to look at, you know? That's taking self accountability because it's like, okay, I'm not doing it, which is causing this, this, and this for me to feel like this, you know? That's why I need my routine so I could feel organized, have it written down, not having it in my head like, okay, I need to do this, this, and that, and this, and that, this, and that, which then doesn't allow me to fully focus on what is getting done because I'm like, okay, I'm doing this now, but then I have to do this next. I have to do this next, and this next, and this next, you know? And when I have it written down, it's there. If I forget or whatever, if I'm focused on doing one thing, then it's like, what's to do next? Have it written down. Check the little box, donezo, on to the next. You know, you guys, that helps so much. And like, it really does help. And I need to get back to it. And I have been getting back to it. This week, I've been doing the past couple days, I've been doing it. I've been writing on my agenda every day. And even if it's not a busy day, you guys, or just you think it's not, you have stuff to do but not important stuff, you know, you're still getting stuff done. You know, it still helps you organize your day and getting the stuff that you need done. And that way you have self accountability because say you don't do the stuff, you know, you write it down and you don't do it. I know that when I see my agenda not fully done, I kind of feel bad and a little bit disappointed because I'm like, okay, well, why didn't I do that? Oh, because I did this instead. Why didn't I do this? Oh, because I was burning, you know? Which is why sometimes, even now, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to burn until I have all my stuff done, you know? Or, you know what I'm saying? If I have this little time, then okay, I'll do it. But if not, then no. Because I want to get my stuff done. You know? I'm not going to make time to burn instead of making time to think of a topic for the podcast, to get ready to take my outfit pictures, you know? That, my content making and all that, like my work, that's first, you know? Then the burning, the hanging out with people. You guys, that's why I don't hang out with people. Because I'm working on my stuff, you know? I'm prioritizing me no matter what it is. Like, I love to meditate every day, to journal every day, to self-reflect every day, you know? To hang out with me every day because that makes me happy and that's okay. You know? Don't think that it's lonely or like, oh, that's a sad life. Like if people tell you, that's not a sad life. You know, that's fun for me. That's fun for me. You think fun is going out, getting drunk, partying? Like, that is no fun. I didn't have fun, but well, I don't even know because I don't remember. But that is not fun. You know, everybody has their own type of fun. It's like, if you think that's fun, that's fine. I used to think it was fun. But not for me anymore, Fun for me is just chilling by myself, having me time. Dude, having some self-care. That's fun for me. Like, literally. Like, I literally can't wait to, like, do my brows, to put on a mask, to do my nails, to journal and write down, express my feelings, really meditating, letting stuff go, finding my inner peace. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you should build a good and healthy and positive routine. But also, that stuff, you guys, it's just helping me grow. A positive and healthy routine helps you grow, helps you become the better version of you. That's working towards your goals, like just working up and up. If you just have the routine of going out and drinking, like, what, you're not really coming up. You're kind of staying at the same or even lower, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't want that. I'm pretty sure you guys want a healthy routine, a positive routine that's really helping you, improve yourself, improve your life, improve those around you, So, cheers to a healthy and positive routine. Like, really pay attention, you guys, to what you guys are doing. If you guys are trying to now find a routine, what are you doing? Like, you guys probably have a routine right now, but it's just like a basic routine, like, okay, let me tell you guys, back then, like, my routine was when I had a 9 to 5, work Monday through Friday, go out the weekends, that was like my weekly routine. And during that routine, you guys, I was not seeing any growth. I wasn't seeing much. I was just still the same, or feeling even worse. Because then when the weekend came, I just get fucked up, and then, like, what am I doing? Just getting fucked up and then getting hungover and just feeling horrible, like not bettering myself. And now my routine is like, I work every day, you guys, like every day, whether it's on, content creating and stuff like that, or working on me, I am working every day. And on the weekends, I tend to work a little bit more and even harder, and I try to go harder just because before, on the weekends, I just not work on me, not work towards the life that I truly want. I was just getting fucked up, So now, and I think about it like, many people are just on the weekends, they see the weekends as going out, having fun, partying. And I know that because I was like that, you guys, okay? I was like that. That was my routine. And now it's like, okay, well, I see everybody going out, this, and that. Like, honestly, wasting their time, not improving, not working towards anything, towards any goals, not really achieving much. So I'm going to go in hard. I'm going to work towards my dreams. I am working towards the life that I truly want. I am becoming the better version of myself. And at first, you guys, like, it was hard and it was weird, and I was like, damn, like, am I missing out on that fun? I kind of felt like, wow, well, everybody's going out, but you guys don't. Like, that is literally not fun. Like, it's not fun at all. Drinking, going out, partying, you guys, that's literally, like, no fun. Like, what fun is in that? Just getting fucked up, acting like a fool. You guys really think that's fun? I used to think that was fun. And I don't know what the fuck I was thinking then, because literally, you guys, that is no type of fun. No fun at all. You know, I define fun so differently now, you know? And that's my weekly routine now, you know? And that's why I like to go harder on the weekends now. I stay in, you know? I do work. I work, whether it's just working on myself, you know, I'm just not going out and literally wasting my time. I'm investing my time in me, in my goals. You know, what are you investing your time in? Think about it. Write it down. What do you want to do? What do you want to achieve? And do it. You know, because when I was going out, I would think like, maybe should I stay in? I wanted to do videos, but I just wouldn't do them. You know, I wanted to get ready and take outfit pictures, but I wouldn't do them. Why? Because I was in that routine of going to work Monday through Friday. You know, it was a 9 to 5, and then just going out to drink on the weekends, or starting Thursday through Sunday. That was the routine. That was my routine, and I didn't fit the making videos and creating content into that routine, you know, because I was just so into that routine. And everybody would tell me, okay, like, well, let's go out, we're going out Friday. And then I'd be like, oh, well, okay, I guess, you know. If somebody was like told me let's go out, I'd be like, we out, you know. Like, I was just so used to that routine, and I wasn't seeing improvement, you know. And then once I was like, I stopped, it was, you know, weird at first, because I had that routine, and I was like, okay, well, what now? Like, what's my routine now? You know? And then that's when I thought, like, okay, well, I want to get this done. Like, I actually want to do this. I want to change this, and that. How am I going to get there? By having a healthy and positive routine, doing stuff that's really going to help me improve. That's when I started journaling, you guys. That's when I started meditating. That's all part of my routine now. Like, part of my daily routine. I'm not talking about just meditating like once a week. Like, I have a routine, a daily routine, you know? Because now, too, it's like I'm not in my routine. I've been going to sleep late, and I wake up. Well, I might wake up a little bit later. I'm just so used to waking up like early, like 6:30. And if I do wake up at that time and I want to sleep late, it's like, okay, well, now I wake up tired, you know? And then that's just not taking care of my health, because I'm not getting enough sleep, you know? And then that just makes me like not want to do these things, or you know what I'm saying? That's why it's important to have that healthy routine. Build a positive routine. Like, what do you want to get done? What, you guys, it's so important to really write it down. Like, get yourself any little notebook. I started off with just a notebook. Now my agenda, it's like a kind of, I think I've showed it in a video, just a regular vlog. It's like, it says my schedule, today's goals, it says priorities, and what is the other thing? Affirmations, I think. Yeah, it is affirmations. So those are like all the things that are in the paper, right? And I love it too. Like, if you guys can get something like that, dude, like, cause it's just like all there. You know, you have your goals, your priorities. And I used to write down my affirmations in like another paper, but it's like there, you know. And then, dude, it's just nice to have at least one affirmation written down next to it, you know, your schedule or something, because that way it's like, it's just a reminder, and you repeat it, you know, my peeps. The camera overheated. So where was I though? I think it was about like writing down in your agenda, you know, like writing down your schedule, the affirmations and stuff. I mean, yeah, I recommend like writing down some affirmations next to your schedule, you know, based on like what you're doing or anything. Like, say if I always just like to write that I'm positive. That way, you know, remain positive. I remind myself that I'm positive. I'm speaking it into existence. I'm manifesting positivity. You know, if I'm positive, my outcomes from my work or anything that I have to do is going to be positive. I also like, if I'm going to be either styling or, you know, like getting ready, doing my makeup or anything like that, content creating, I like saying I'm creative. That way I remind myself that I am creative, you know? I have my own style, and that way I have creative outcomes, you know? That way I just remind myself that I am creative, and then I do come up with all these creative ideas, and I'm like, oh, I never thought about that, you know? Not thinking about what people want to see or what people will like, but just getting creative with me, with myself, with what I have, you know? And I'm not saying to just make an agenda, you know, writing down your schedule for stuff like work stuff, you know, like very important stuff, but also, you know, like schedule in rest time, schedule in time for you. That way, you know that you have to do that, you know, that you need rest, that, you know, and it's because sometimes you're just all in the work mode, you know, you're just in the mood and you forget to rest, you know, and sometimes you can just burn out, you know, or you're just not creative, or you're just like, you know, feel like you're not putting in your all either because you haven't gotten rest. So schedule in that rest, you know, schedule in that you time. And that's why it's important just for an agenda, you guys, like, well, you know, writing down your schedule, your routine, whatever it is, because that way you take accountability. And when you write it down, I know when I write it down, I'm like, okay, I have to do these things. You know, if I'm writing it down, it's because it's going to get done, you know? It's kind of like when you say something like you're speaking it into existence. It's like you're writing it into existence, you know, like you're writing what you're going to do. You know, you're writing down your routine, what has to be done. And I recommend doing those little check boxes on the side. That way it's like donezo, you know, and you keep track of what is done and what isn't and what needs to be done. And if it is something big, I don't just try to do it one day unless like I really need to, or, you know, but I don't like that because then it's like too much, you know? So that's why I like to schedule out to, you know, schedule out for like the whole week, the whole month, you know, and plan out what days to work on it, you know, like say something's going to take you 7 hours, you know, because it can be overwhelming working on one certain thing 7 hours, you know? So just plan it out for like, I don't know, 7 days, an hour each day, you know, or whatever. However you want to do it, however you want to get it done, how ahead you want to work on it, you know? So, yeah, you guys. And I know like sometimes things come up, you know, it's fine, you know, like when important things do come up. The light just died, it turned off. My little light thingy, the little light box. It's okay. You guys can still see me, right? Or what? Should I get? No. I'm already about to finish, kind of. Can you guys see me? I'm pretty sure you guys can. You guys can see me. It's okay. No, but what was I saying? Things come up, but when random things might come up, or like if your friend hits you up or something, like really think about it, you know, do you really want to do that? Like sometimes, you know, you just don't want to say no, but prioritize yourself, you know, get your stuff done first. Like if they want to hang out, be like, okay, we can hang out, but first I need to get all my things done. And if they ain't down with it, then be like, well, show, you know, like I need to get my things done first. That's how I am. That's why I'm like, I take accountability on my things, you know, my time and everything, like what I did not get done, what I did. Because then when you don't do it, I know, like how I said, when I don't get all my stuff done or certain stuff done, I'm like, okay, well, why didn't I get it done? You know, and then I feel like a little bit disappointed in myself, you know, because I'm like, okay, we wrote it down. I wrote it down. And I didn't do it. Like, why? Because instead I want to go do this. Was it really that important? You know? And think about that. Like, if you're giving your time to other people and helping them do stuff, like, why aren't you helping yourself do stuff? Put you first, then other people. You know? You can't pour from an empty cup. You know what I'm saying? You need to do you. Do you first. That's why, dude, I just like stay low key. And I'm like, dude, I just gotta do my stuff. Like, I got stuff to do. Even if I don't got stuff to do, I'm like, I got stuff to do. Because I know I will. I know I will. And I want to do my things first. My routine comes first, and check, are they also putting that time and effort towards you? Do they give that time back to you? Like, really think about that, because it's like, if not, then like, see, why aren't you doing your stuff and instead you're going over here and like helping them? Like, no, hunty. That's why stick to your routine. Stick to your schedule, to your agenda. Get your stuff done first, And that's how you'll get it done, because dude, prioritize that, Prioritize your schedule and get it done. You know what I'm saying? Get it down. Get that routine down, that healthy and positive routine, Because if you have like, I don't know, a random routine or just anything, like, really think about, you guys, like, what are your goals? What are your goals? Whether it's daily or a monthly goal or yearly, I don't know, weekly goal. What are your goals? And how are you going to achieve them? That's how it starts. Like, that's how I think about it. Like, okay, when I was trying to build a routine, my goal is this, and I need a routine for that, like a strategy. Like, how am I going to work myself up towards those goals? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my peeps, I mean, check your routine right now. What are you doing, my bad? I'm just so thirsty. It's all the talking, man. All the talking. And then my throat gets a little bit dry. But yeah. Get a healthy routine down. A healthy, positive routine. And if you're feeling, a little bit off like me too, well, you guys, we can do it. We're going to get back on our routine, And that's why it's important to have like a healthy routine. And just staying consistent, you guys. Like, stay consistent. You might not see results. You're not going to see results that fast, to be honest. Like, you're really not, And especially, you want to think about the long run. Not the short run that this, this and that. No, think about the long run. Long term. How it's going to help you in the long run. Things take a while. You got to be patient. But when you are consistent with a healthy routine, a positive routine, you get just so used to it, and it just becomes like a habit, that way, even when you're feeling down or just not, with like the energy, no traes ganas to do like some certain stuff, you'll still do it because it's just a habit, like with self-care. How I mentioned before, I didn't have a skincare routine. I didn't have a skincare routine, so I didn't have a routine. It's like, if I would put moisturizer, I would. If I take off my makeup, I would. If I didn't, whatever, And once I started having my skincare routine, I was like, I'm just being consistent with them because I care about my skin. I give a fuck about my skin. I don't want it to look like this in the long run. I want it to look nice, healthy, and glowy. So what am I going to do? I'm going to do my skincare routine every day. And I really do. And sometimes, you guys, I really don't feel like doing it. And I still do it. Why? Because it's such a routine. Like, I'm like, oh, I really don't want to do it. But then I'm there and I'm like, dude, like, it's just because I just don't want to. Like, I'm going to do it anyway because in the long run, it's just going to help me. If I do it, it's just going to help me. It's going to benefit me, you know? And like with my juices too, how I said earlier, I'm so used to now just drinking my juices in the morning, making them, eating fruit. And it's just like a habit. And I know in the back of my head, like it's going to help me in the long run. So I'm just going to do it. But it's just because it becomes a habit, you guys. And especially if it's a good and healthy one, you just have it in the back of your head, like it's going to benefit me. It's going to benefit me. You know, I've been doing it, so I might as well do it, you know? And sometimes, you know, you just do fall off because, you know, just things happen, you know? Things happen and you just fall off, but get back to it, you know? Get back to it. Do some self-reflection. Get yourself centered again. Do you need to change anything? Is there a different goal you have, you know, like, or something that you found out that's going to help you improve, or something that wasn't working so well, you know, just still get back to it. Like, don't just stay without routine without trying to build one. Work on building one, you know? Stick to one, what's helping you, what isn't, you know, there's going to be trial and error. But you'll find that healthy routine. And when you find something that's working, just do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. You know, I feel like when you do fall off, like how I fall off, I feel like it's because I need some improvement, you know? Doing growth. Just think positive. It's not because anything bad, everything's falling apart, like, oh, my life's falling apart, I don't have my routine. Like, no, think about positivity. Think about growth. I need to change this. I need to add this because I'm trying to grow, you know? Or there's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, my routine also has changed because of the podcast. And I haven't really, you know, gotten it down. But, you know, now I'm like, okay, I need to write it down and I need to schedule this like this and I need to fix this. And then, you know, this day I'm going to do the podcast. This day I'm going to do my outfits. You know what I'm saying? Just not overwhelming myself with stuff. You know what I'm saying? Scheduling it right, making time for everything. You know, there's time for everything. There really is. And I'm prioritizing me, what I need to get done. You know what I'm saying? So we're prioritizing ourselves, baby. Yes, sir, my peeps. We are just inhaling positivity. We are... Do you guys hear Chata? She's scratching the door. She's trying to come in. She is too funny. But you guys, just spread good vibes. Speak those good vibes to yourself, to others. Think good vibes only. You know what I'm saying? Get your routine down and let me know what type of routine you have. How's your routine going? Are you changing it? You know, think about it. Think about your current routine. If you want to change anything, if you want to improve it, you know, if you don't have a routine, I suggest you guys work towards, you know, a routine, a positive one, you guys. If you guys have a routine right now that's bad, you guys, let's do some changes. Let's do some improvement. You know what I'm saying? Let's help each other out. I'm here to help you guys out, you know, inspiring you guys to think about a good, healthy, positive routine of how to get your stuff done, you guys. I literally hear all the time, people are like, oh, I was too busy, I'm too busy, I didn't get this done, I need to get this done. And I'm like, okay, well, write it down. Write everything you need to do and get it done. Find time for it. Fit it into your schedule. Find a schedule. What is your routine like? What are you doing that you're not doing this? You know? Well, my peeps, I will talk to you guys very soon. Wishing you guys a beautiful, beautiful week full of good vibes, blessings. You know what I'm saying? Speak good vibes to others. Share the podcast. I just made, this is on my main, you know, YouTube channel and Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all that stuff. But if you want to see these short clips, you know, I just made the Lis Talks Vibes clips YouTube channel, and you can see short segments from the full podcast. You know what I'm saying? So I just did that. And you guys, I did a Instagram page for Lis Talks Vibes too. Yes, sir. It's very short clips too, like good, important, very inspirational clips, you know, short clips with the captions and all. So make sure to follow Lis Talks Vibes on Instagram. Yes, let's get this growing. Let's get it to other people, you know, share it, you know, to whoever you think needs it. All right, my peeps. Peace.